Hi everyone, it's Lynnea for LDRS Creative, and today I'm going to make an easy slimline card, and I'm going to be mixing and matching a few products from a couple different releases from LDRS. I'm going to start with the Dahlia stamp set. I love this Dahlia stamp. It's a pretty large floral. It covers a good portion of an A2 card front. I'm stamping that with LDRS Creative Raven Hybrid ink and using my Stampendable tool to get some even pressure on there. Now you might notice that I have some spots where I didn't get full coverage with my ink. That's okay. I like to stamp just once and then color, and while I'm coloring I have left my stamp on my stamping platform, and once I'm done coloring, then I'll go in and add another layer of ink, maybe even two if I need to, and darken up that outline to make this a nice crisp image. I'm going to color this Dahlia image with some yellows and some light orange markers. I wanted this to kind of be a darker yellow flower, and I am not a botanist at all. I have no idea if yellowish orangey dahlias even exist in nature, but yellow flowers are my favorite color flowers. They just make me happy. So anytime I color a flower, I reach for my yellows first. So I'm just going in and adding my darkest color first, where I think there should be shadows, so pretty much where the petals are meeting the center point of the flower. And then I have a medium color that I'm coloring out with, and then all over with my lightest image. I encourage you to color however method you are most comfortable and with whatever coloring medium you're most comfortable with. I like to color with alcohol markers, and I like to color dark to light, so that's what you'll see me doing most of the time. Okay, so here you go. You can see I have popped my panel right back into my stamping platform, and I've added a few sentiments here. That amazing sentiment has a die with the Dahlia coordinating die set, so it cuts it out perfectly. And now I have a nice crisp black floral image. I'm pulling in a couple other LDRS Creative items. I have the Elegant Stitched Frames Slimline die set and the Pastel Patterns 4x9 die set. Now this Elegant Stitched Frame Slimline set has the outermost die is used to cut a card base. So I've already done that there, and to do that you just fold a piece of cardstock in half and then you hang that edge that doesn't have a cutting blade off the side. I wanted to have a pattern paper card base. So what I've done is I've taken that die and I've cut a piece of pattern paper from that Pastel Patterns 4x9 paper pack, and the die is only going to cut the top, the bottom, and the right hand side, because that left hand side is meant to hang over the edge of the card base and not cut all the way through so that you can have a card base. But I wanted this to have a full patterned front to it, so I just cut that, adhered that into my card base, and all I'm going to do is grab a pair of long scissors and just trim away on that flat straight edge any excess pattern paper that's hanging off. So that's how I use that largest die to cover a card front. I have taken the Trellis Slimline cover plate die and cut that out of white cardstock, and now I'm adding that onto a second piece of white so that it has a tone-on-tone kind of coloring to it. I just wanted a little bit of subtle texture. I'm taking that innermost die from the Elegant Stitched Frame Slimline die set, and I'm going to tape this in place, and I'm going to cut right through both layers of this cardstock. So that Trellis Slimline cover plate and that background white piece of cardstock. And that's going to give me, instead of having a pattern paper topper, I'm going to have this nice and textured die cut topper. I love how this looks. I love doing this, layering white on white with cover plate dies. It's really classy looking. That little line of X's I stamped with Raven Hybrid ink, and that is from that Dahlia stamp set. I stamped the Amazing, and I had originally stamped the You're Nothing Short Of to go along with Amazing, but it was just too big for my card, and it looked bulky. So I just stamped that simple You're instead, so it's going to say You're Amazing. I'm going to start layering things together here. I'm using a mixture of liquid adhesive and foam adhesive to put my card together. I wanted to have this little line of X's in the background just to kind of give a little break to the eye, and then I'll layer up that Dahlia the sentiment, and my die cut topper onto my card base, and this card is complete. Really easy, really simple, but I love the way it looks, especially with that trellis cover plate topper there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed. I have listed and linked all of the LDRS Creative products that I used on this card in my video description below. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!